Good evening, Tallahassee. I'm student meteorologist Oceana Hayden, and welcome to the Wednesday edition of FSU Weather. Starting out, as usual, looking at Doak Campbell Stadium. We're sitting mostly cloudy right now at 83 degrees here in Tallahassee. Up here in Thomasville, it is 81. And over down the coast at Apalachicola, we are also at 81. So it's pretty much 81 degrees all across the Big Bend region here tonight. Spotted showers, but really unlikely. It's just a lot of cloud coverage tonight, muggy weather. It's going to come through tonight, but not too much rain as of right now. 72 tonight in Tallahassee. It's going to be upper 60s over here in Georgia, and tonight 88 with some thunderstorms in the morning. Here are our headlines for tonight. We're going to be looking at that crisp fall air, is that here to stay, and some hail safety tips as well. All that and more on FSU Weather.
Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? It's hump day. We made it past the hump. Happy Wednesday to you. It's the September 20th edition of FSU Weather. We're almost to October. We're almost into more of a fall-like weather pattern. Have you been outside recently? Because it's feeling a little bit cooler, especially in the mornings. Going to those morning classes, you walk out the door and you're like, this is the Florida weather I want. If only it could be like this all day, every day. And unfortunately, you know, we get back into the summer pattern come next year, but for now, cooler temperatures are here, and they're here for a little while. So hopefully you like that cooler weather. We've got a lot of topics on hand today. We're talking about hail. It's going to be a hell of a good time talking about that. We've got all kinds of local forecasts. We're going to be talking about Oklahoma and some of our friends out there checking out Oklahoma City and what all there is out there and talking about their weather. We're going to have a lot of great information on this show today. So it's hump day. Let's sit back, relax, and enjoy our Wednesday edition of FSU Weather. Now I'm going to pass over to Josh for the first look at our local.
All right, thank you so much, Ryan. Now, as we are going on to take a look at Doak Campbell Stadium, we are just seeing some cloudy skies, as Oceana pointed out earlier. And again, it's 83 degrees, cloudy skies with just a slight wind, but nothing super bad. So I recommend going outside, even though it may not be the ideal sunny, beautiful signature sunset. Just go outside and enjoy the weather. So we are seeing, as we saw, today we reached a high of 85 and a low of 65. Now, that's actually very nice because we're actually below average for both of them. And I find that very lovely just because of the fact that we've been above average. And if you've been here in summer, it was just very unpleasant and very above average temperature. So being below average is a nice change I like to see. So we are hanging around the mid-80s, 83 in Tallahassee, 83 in Perry, high spot being 85 over in Donaldsonville, and low spot being in 79 at Quincy. So so we're just mainly hanging around there. Very nice temperatures, and we're going to just be mainly seeing that just go down further. Dew points, while we are in the 70s and 60s in Thomasville, for example, at 66, it's not feeling as bad, mainly because we're seeing that departure of warmer temperatures pairing with the humidity. So it's feeling better to go outside, and will feel even better as we go throughout the week, because as we move into fall, it'll just get cooler. And fall, as I say, is going to be in 3 days on Saturday. So wind speed and direction, very calm winds, although we do have some winds, especially here in Tallahassee at 5. Donaldsonville, wow, 10 miles per hour. That's pretty high. Even Apalachicola, also 10. So you might get a slight breeze if you're out at the beach, but just make sure to hold on to your hat. Now, storm outlook. Tonight, we're not expecting anything super severe. We might expect some rain through the area, as we saw we'll see some showers later today on the radar. But as we go to tomorrow, the entire viewing area will be under a non-severe warning. It doesn't mean that we won't get any very unpleasant weather, but it'll mean more so we're not going to get anything super severe like a thunderstorm or anything or any lake tornadoes, let alone that. Now, as we move to our radar, we're seeing that over here in Tampa, and especially going into Orlando, and thank God I'm not on I-4. We're just seeing some rain, but as we go on to Tallahassee, we're actually seeing some very clear skies. We do have some some backscatter, but nothing to worry about. And then going to Port St. Joe, we're just seeing some showers going onto the coast, but nothing super severe to worry about. Just make sure if you're near there, try to stay off the beach or away from it to avoid those offshore showers. Now, Futurecast has shown us having some rain coming through tomorrow morning, especially near the coast in St. Mark's. And we'll have some afternoon showers in the northern part of our area, but nothing super but overall, it's just going to be isolated showers. Now, rainfall, we're not expecting anything super heavy, although we might get some rain, some heavier rainfall in Tallahassee. And finally, and for tomorrow's dog walk, will be around 70. It'll be worse around this 71 around 7 a.m. So make sure if you're going outside, just walk your dog. I recommend in the afternoon. And as we go into the week, we're going to be having showers on Thursday, but also showers on Tuesday and Wednesday. So make sure to carry those umbrellas for those days. Now, Oceana, what's going on through the rest of Florida?
Thanks, Josh. So all around Florida, we are looking pretty cloudy right now, just like we are in Tallahassee. Down here in Miami, it's looking a little bit nicer, but overall, still pretty cloudy all across the region. Up here in Tallahassee, we are at 83, and the hot spot being actually in Key West, which is not surprising. I would love to be in Key West right now. It's nice and sunny there as well as in comparison to the rest of the state of Florida, which is dealing with some slightly rainy conditions, especially on the peninsula. Our dew points are a little bit lower here in the Panhandle region, 66 in Tallahassee and 66 in Pensacola, but in Key West, it is very, very humid, as you can see. Our heat index, this shows what it really feels like when we factor in that humidity. So up here in Tallahassee, we are feeling like 85 right now. All across Florida, though, we do have this very big, massive storms coming towards the west coast here into Tampa. All throughout the peninsula, we are seeing a lot more rain than we are seeing right now in Panhandle. In Tallahassee, we have really up in the Panhandle, we are not seeing as much rain. So it is going to be about a little bit under an inch is expected in 72 hours. So we are going to see some more rain in the coming days. Not so much tonight, but tomorrow morning, early in the hours, is it going to it's going to be a good idea to bring an umbrella. And then here in the peninsula as well, it's definitely going to be a lot wetter as we get through the next 3 days. In Miami, it is 87 and tomorrow, so it's going to be 87 degrees, and some thunderstorm chances are higher on Thursday. This weekend, Friday, Saturday, chances get a little bit less, but it is still going to be pretty warm there. Tampa, pretty similar conditions to Miami. 87 on Thursday and 89 on Friday, but those storm chances, again, those thunderstorm chances are going to lessen as we get into the weekend. Orlando sitting at 83, and again, it's really similar all across the entire state of Florida. We are going to see the same pattern of a lot more rain chance tomorrow, so bring an umbrella tomorrow if you are really anywhere in the state of Florida, except for Pensacola. Pensacola does look really nice for the next couple of days. It's going to be the same temperature, 89, pretty warm conditions, honestly, but it's going to be pretty bearable. So right here in Tampa for tonight, we're sitting at 74, and a little bit cooler up here in Tallahassee and Pensacola at 71, but really the entire state of Florida is sitting around the 70s, low 70s, which is really nice. And again, that is that taste of fall that a lot of us are looking for. For tomorrow, really warm, 89 in Tallahassee, 88 in Key West, so really tomorrow is going to be warm. Sunnier in Pensacola for sure, but definitely be prepared for some warm weather and some future rain. So we're going to go talk and zoom out more about the national.
Yeah, thanks, Oceana. Let's take a look around the USA and see what's doing across the continent. We've got 70s across the board, taking a look from northeast down to the Midwest, 78 in Chicago, 67 in Memphis. We've got some showers and storms moving through. Taking a look out west, we're starting to see some in the Pacific Northwest, some 60s work their way in right now. There's lots of clouds around in Seattle, Billings, Bismarck. And then San Francisco is staying comfortably at 72 degrees, same with LA, 77 over in Albuquerque. And in San Antonio and Dallas, we're staying in the 90s, but we've got plenty of sunshine to go around. Dew point-wise, out further to the west, we're starting to see more comfortable conditions, maybe even some chapstick needed in spots like Albuquerque, where we've got 18-degree dew point. Maybe up in Seattle, you also need some chapstick. But as we work our way into the Midwest, across the heartland, that's where we're going to start to see that humidity kind of work its way back in. 68 in Dallas, 59 in Chicago. And then when you work your way into Florida, or that green thumb where it just gets so humid that it's uncomfortable. So taking a look over towards the radar, we've got some storms working its way through the Midwest. We're looking at Illinois, Missouri, into Arkansas, parts of Tennessee also getting in on the action there. And then in Florida, we're seeing, like Oceana talked about, just that mass of moisture hanging out in the Gulf of Mexico, just throwing storms into central and south Florida. And then out west, we've also got some showers and storms working their way through, looking near Arizona, finally getting in on some rain. And then into Idaho, we're also seeing a couple of showers and storms. Take a look at the water vapor. You can see where exactly the moisture is in the atmosphere compared to the radar. You can see, where it's raining, we've got more of the whites and the blue colors, and where it's not raining, we've got more of the rust colors. So over to the next couple of days, we're going to take a look at our severe threats. Our severe threats for today are staying near Oklahoma, into Texas, and then also Idaho, Wyoming, Utah, and parts of Nevada, also seeing some of the higher chances for severe thunderstorm. But then again, they're not particularly high, it's just a marginal risk. But as we move into tomorrow, that's when we're going to start to see, especially near the Texas-Oklahoma line, that's where we're going to start to see some of those higher chances for damaging winds, maybe an isolated tornado and some large hail. And then come Friday, that threat pushes its way further up to north, Nebraska, Kansas, and South Dakota. That's where we're going to start to see some of those slight risk for a strong thunderstorm, maybe a possible tornado, and some larger hail. Taking a look at the drought monitor, thankfully some of the spots that are seeing the rain or seeing the drought are also starting to see some rain today. But take a look near Dallas, Houston, into Louisiana. That is really deep colors of red. That means that we're seeing an extreme to exceptional drought. And then into the Great Lakes region, we're starting to see like Minnesota, Wisconsin, Illinois, Iowa, Missouri. They're starting to also experience some drought conditions. And with that, the rainfall is coming, thankfully. Let's take a look at the 72-hour rainfall forecast, where we're seeing parts of the Midwest into the Great Plains finally getting in on actions. Parts of the Dakotas could be seeing up to 12 to 24 inches of rain over the next couple days. So by Saturday, we're thankfully starting to work our way into more of a wetter pattern. Across the USA tonight, we're going to be seeing into the 60s, 50s in some spots, and then into Seattle into the 40s. Tomorrow, we're going to be looking at 95 in Dallas, 99 in San Antonio, 70 in Boston, and just temperature-wise, staying cooler out west and warmer across the heartland. Oceana and Josh, we're going to be talking a little weather history right now.
Thanks, Ryan. So we are going to be talking about today's weather in history, which was a very large hail event in Oklahoma and Texas. So they were golf ball-sized hail in 1987 on this day in Oklahoma and West Texas. So it was like 3 inches of rain in 1 hour in Selling, Oklahoma. That is a lot of rain.
Yeah, that really is. Not just in 1 hour, but even the golf ball size hail. My oh my! I would not want to have my car out there because I know it's going to get destroyed by the hail, especially the windshields. But as we go on to but speaking of that, you wonder, how does hail form? So hail formation is not very hard to understand. So what happens is water vapor will be cooled, especially in clouds, and it'll be carried up through updrafts. And as it's carried up through the updrafts, it's going to more cooled water droplets will join onto that water particle. And once it becomes hard enough, it's going to fall. It's going to fall because of the weight of it, and it's going to fall as hail.
Yeah. So not only was Oklahoma and West Texas dealing with all of this hail, but they're also dealing with 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, which is absolutely crazy. That sounds like a storm I did not want to be involved in. But it is important to see how hail does form. So if you were to see something like this happening, like if you are in a region that is susceptible to hail, kind of know what's going on, which is kind of interesting. That's what we love to do.
Yeah, especially in Florida, in all parts of Florida, from Tallahassee to Orlando to Naples, hail's not that uncommon. I've seen hail numerous times. At one point, I even saw it outside, and it was getting to about the size of, I'd say, a rubber ball. But going on to hail safety tips, You want to make sure you know your risk, monitor your weather forecast, and always stay weather aware, especially for severe thunderstorms. While they may seem very common and you get tired of hearing about them, hail is often going to be accompanied with thunderstorms. And if you know that these thunderstorms will carry hail, then you know well what you need to do to prepare.
Yeah, so before the storm, and you should be knowledgeable of it, move your pets indoors, your vehicles, anything outdoors that you wouldn't want to be smashed a hole through, and especially yourself. Definitely get into an area where you will not be affected by this hail. I know I would not want to be hit in the head with hail the size of a golf ball.
Yeah.
But definitely know what to do in the case of a hailstorm. But really, it is just an interesting thing to look at. Literally 30 years ago today.
Yeah, that's crazy. But as we say, as hail comes with thunderstorms, let's go to Thunder City, which Ryan will talk about.
Yeah, that's right, Josh. We're going to be traveling over to Oklahoma City, and we've talked about Oklahoma with their hail event. Let's kind of check out what their forecast is looking like the next few days. So right now in Oklahoma City, sitting comfortably at 77 degrees. We've got partly cloudy skies and a light wind. And taking a look at the temperature almanac, we're really noticing we're close to average, and we're far off the record. So that's a good thing, right? We're quite off the record by about 15 degrees. 100 degrees set in 1954. We're not that hot today. That's the good news. 7 a.m. tomorrow, we're waking up to about 71 degrees. And then by about lunchtime, we're going to see some clouds, maybe a sprinkle or two work its way in, but 77 degrees and about 20% coverage of showers and storms as we work our way through the day tomorrow. If you're want to plan those showers and storms out using the radar, we're going to see by night clearing, a couple of showers and storms working its way further to the east. But for the most part, we're going to be staying dry as we move our way through the day across Oklahoma City and the entire Oklahoma region for the most part. Thursday, again, those showers and storms, it's going to be about 40% coverage. It's going to be isolated, but some of you may see a sprinkle. Some of you may see a couple of showers and storms move through quickly. And then Friday, about 20% coverage of showers and storms. A couple of them might turn a little frisky, a little severe, but for the most part, we're not dealing with a record-setting hail event as much as we're dealing with, lots of sunshine to go around, just maybe isolated showers. So, and then as we get into the weekend, not sure if the Oklahoma Sooners are at home, but if they are, we've got a great forecast ahead for them. A little hot, 93 degrees come Saturday, and then Sunday, just clearing and, spending the Sunday afternoon with a lot of good weather forecasts for y'all. Great weather forecast for Oklahoma City because, quite frankly, you're in Tornado Alley. You've dealt with, strong thunderstorms moving through, and you want a little bit of a break, and I got it for you. It's, this weekend, I would say get out, enjoy it, watch some college football, watch some pro football, do whatever you want to do outside because this is really it's going to be warm, but we're not dealing with thunderstorms. We're not dealing with hail, thankfully. And we're not dealing with some, not so great conditions. We're just seeing plenty of sunshine, just once we get past that isolated shower or thunderstorm. So we're going to pass things over to Josh, who's going to have another look at our local or our lifestyle forecast.
Thank you, Ryan, so much for that wonderful segment on Oklahoma City. I really appreciate you talking about it, especially since it's in the center of Tornado Alley. But bringing it back to Tallahassee, tonight we're going to expect some really lovely conditions. 68 degrees in Tallahassee, 65 in Bainbridge, just all around mid-60s. And I'm very happy about that, especially just to be able to go outside without having to worry, without actually having to consider wearing a jacket. So we're going to be seeing some lovely conditions. Panama City, a really interesting shot. Priscilla, you need to save that. But also, especially at Lake Bradford, Sportsplex, just all around clouds, but I'm not upset about it. Honestly, I love clouds. Now, as you saw earlier, we are seeing just to the corner of our screen, we do have some showers coming on into Port St. Joe, but nothing super heavy. So you should be all good to go. Futurecast is showing some showers coming through Tallahassee tomorrow, especially off the coast around the morning. So make sure to go slower in the morning commute as the roads may be slick. And we do have some showers going throughout the day tomorrow. So nothing super heavy, but do expect some showers and make sure to carry that umbrella. Tomorrow we're going to have some showers as well Thursday afternoon, but Friday and Saturday will be very nice, and we'll be seeing a low of 62 going into Friday night, Saturday morning. Lovely. Tomorrow, as I said, bring that umbrella right over here. Right over here. Make sure to have the umbrella. Make sure to have that hat. But otherwise than that, nothing much you need to change about your wardrobe, wherever you're planning to wear tomorrow. We'll be expecting a high of 88. So we're warming up a little bit, but nothing super heavy. As for tomorrow's backyard forecast for the pool, I wouldn't recommend it, especially in the morning. You can try going in the afternoon, but the morning it's not going to pan out all that well. And same thing for the beach, as storms are likely, especially if you're going around 4 a.m. for whatever reason. But if you go around early morning as well, it's going to be a little bit wet outside, so I wait until the evening to go. And also, we do have a high current risk to keep in mind. But what is good is the air quality. And I say that because I suffer from allergies, and these past few days have been bugging me. I definitely need to take that allergy medicine and also have that nasal spray. But today it's just fantastic. I'm glad that I was able to go out. Tomorrow is going to be the same story. As I said, morning commute, you're going to want to go a little bit slower. But as you get through the afternoon and into the evening, it'll be warmer temperatures but less rain. So you won't have to worry about any rain in the afternoon commute. Now, for going biking, as I've been saying, make sure to put your biking plans off until noon or even the evening, just so that way you don't get caught in those morning storms, and you just can enjoy your bike ride. Now, Tallahassee Airport, no delays whatsoever. Very good if you need to fly out there. And as we go to our rest of our airports, everything's looking good, even in Orlando, surprisingly, because of the shots that we were seeing earlier in our Local 1 radar. So for our forecast for tomorrow, it's going to be fall. And I'm just excited because, one, as we've had summer, it was just so crazy. Now we're getting to 64. We got to welcome that in. Oh, come on, y'all. It's 64 degrees. Perfect day to go outside, go for a walk, enjoy that pumpkin spice latte. Now, Oceana, what's going on with the rest of the Tallahassee?
Thanks, Josh. So we're going to just take one more look at our local weather here in Tallahassee. That sunset is looking gorgeous, sitting over Joe Campbell right now. I love to see it. We are 81 degrees here in Tallahassee, and it is still mostly cloudy. Still a little bit of cloud coverage going on. All around Tallahassee, though, is looking absolutely gorgeous. At the Sportsplex and FSU Panama City, those pink skies are absolutely stunning. So our local radar shows really not too much going on currently in Tallahassee. Definitely look ahead. We are going to see some wetter conditions in the coming days, especially early morning tomorrow. We are going to see a little bit more rain pick up, but as of right now, we are looking pretty clear. We're sitting at 83 in Tallahassee, our hot spot being Donaldsonville at 85, and we are a little bit cooler over here in Thomasville, but overall, we're sitting low 80s, high 70s all across the Big Bend region. For tonight, Tallahassee is going to be 68. I love seeing these high 60 temperatures. This is a taste of fall for me, and I'm so excited about it. Up here in Thomasville, we're actually at 63, which is an ideal temperature in my opinion. We're a little bit warmer in Apalachicola at 69. Overall, tonight is looking very nice. For our future radar, we aren't seeing a whole lot except for cloud coverage, but into the morning hour is when you saw a lot of that scattered showers chances, and your chances of rain will increase as the days go on. Tomorrow, it is going to be 89. Again, like I said, those rain chances are going to increase. That's been the real pattern here as we get towards tomorrow, early morning hours. And Apalachicola, we are sitting at 87, and over here in Valdosta, we are at 88 degrees. Pretty much the weather conditions are all the same all around this Big Bend region, and that is pretty typical. We are seeing a little bit of scattered shower chances happening there. For our Saturday beach forecast, if you are looking to go to the beach on Saturday in PCB, it is going to be 88 degrees, and our chance of rain is unfortunately going to be 90%. So it's really not going to be the most ideal day for a beach day, but I promise better days are coming. It will be a lot nicer as we go forward into the rest of the month. So for Thursday, like I've been mentioning, that rain is going to be about 50% chance here in Tallahassee, but Saturday and Sunday here is going to look absolutely gorgeous. We have lows at 63 and 64. I'm so excited about that. I might get up early to try and feel that temperature. I'm so excited about it. And also, we are going to see a lot more rain come Tuesday, Wednesday, but hopefully that will lessen as we get into the rest of the week next week. Now I'm going to pass things over to Josh and Ryan to close out the show.
Yeah, Josh, so what have we learned? We need an umbrella the next few days. Maybe this time I'll actually go to my car and get the umbrella out and not get burned the next time I leave class.
Yeah, I have a big umbrella too, so but I'm also very forgetful. I probably just leave it at home, so I need to make sure I carry that. But I also learned some very interesting facts about Oklahoma City, and
Yeah.
as well as with the hail formation today in weather history.
Yeah, weather history, a lot of great information about how hail forms. And, you know, both of us are from Central Florida. We've seen hail. Certainly we've never seen hail that size, but, you know, we've both seen hail. I have some hail damage on my car, you know. It's like, you know, how can we, you know, mitigate the, you know, hail effects and the, you know, consequences of a hailstorm?
Yeah, the main things that you would need to take in mind is always stay weather aware, especially for thunderstorms, because while thunderstorms are very common in the area, hail isn't as common with it, but you'll see them in very strong thunderstorms and very severe ones. So once you see the weather and you see that there's hail, you need to consider not only where you are, but also where your car is, or anything that you don't want to get damaged. Because if there's a hailstorm, hail will definitely do damage to your car. So you always want to make sure you can move that into a safe place as soon and safely as possible.
Absolutely. If you have a garage, if you have, you know, outdoor furniture that you know you want to bring in, do that, you know, as the storm is coming. Usually with hail, there's at least a couple minutes of a heads up that, you know, the storm has the potential to produce some hail, or at least is producing hail. And it's, you know, something that we have to deal with living in Florida. It's something, you know, especially as we head to the Great Plains and the Midwest, that, you know, you're going to see some hail from time to time with these strong to severe thunderstorms that have a high cloud top. All right, so follow us on twitter.com/FSUweather.
Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/FSUweather.
And also, if you're watching us here on YouTube, thank you. Maybe subscribe. We're on every night at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, and also follow us on Instagram at FSU Weather. Finally, follow us at TikTok at FSU Weather. Just make sure if you're on campus, don't use school Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I get that a few times when I can't use my cell plan and have to use the school Wi-Fi and try to open TikTok, and I'm like, oh yeah, I can't. But anyway, Josh, it's been a fun show. It's you know, hump day. We've made it.
Yeah, we finally made it. Now let's end out this wonderful show with the 7-day weather forecast.